So Algorand has moved over 7% to the downside. And on this move to the downside, you can see that we ended up getting rejected at both the 50 and 200 EMA. And here we are now trading below both EMA levels, which is bearish. And if we continue to see further moves to the downside, then that 50 EMA will end up crossing the 200 EMA, which is also known as a death cross. And usually what tends to happen is we tend to see a negative reaction for psychological reasons. And so it's possible that this move to the upside is complete. And as you guys know, I've been tracking this WXY structure where I was tracking the fifth wave to reach this region here between 20.87 cents to 21.1 cents. And we ended up reaching 20.92 cents. And so this fifth wave is now complete. And that then led to this move to the downside. And this local low at around 19.35, I believe, 19.34, we ended up actually breaching past this level, which is the wave 1 or the wave 2 origin at 19.4 cents. And so it looks like this move is complete and we are now within this retracement to the downside. And so what we need to look out for is Algorand to not break this level at 17.72 cents in order for us to be bullish. And what could essentially be forming is a bigger WXY structure, where this would be the W wave made up of a WXY structure that I tracked, and we could potentially be within the X wave, and then we see a final push to the upside to complete the Y wave, where we then break this local high at 20.92 cents. And so this retracement to the downside would be a 50 to 18.2% retracement of the W wave. And so what we're looking at for is Algorand to reach anywhere between 18.07 cents to 19.25 cents. And if we end up breaking this level at 17.72 cents, then this WXY structure would be invalid, and instead what will be playing out is this Z wave within a bigger WXYXZ structure. So this wave structure that I'm currently tracking at the moment, where Algorand could actually tap into this region between 16.09 cents to 16.93 cents. And in doing so, that would then result in a breaker structure, given the fact that we will break this level. And so a breaker structure will be triggered on smart money concept, further confirming that we are bearish. And if I remove this, what you can also see is, and if I remove this also, so on a 5-minute chart, we have a 5-wave move that's actually playing out right now. And if I was to draw that out, essentially what we have is this being a wave 1, this being a wave 2, and then we had a wave 3 that played out, a wave 4 and a wave 5. And we had this WXY structure that played out also. And we have this 5-wave move that's playing out right now, where this is the wave 1, this is wave 2, this is wave 3, 4, and 5, like so. So very quickly, what I'd do is check to see if those targets have been met for this wave 3, which is this one here. So essentially what we have is a bigger 5-wave move, with this being a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this wave 3 is a 1.618 retracement of the wave 1. So using the fib tool, and if I bring this to you over here, so what you can see is that the 1.618 retracement level sits at 19.03 cents. And so if Algorand was to reach this level, then that will then trigger a 5-wave move. And if I remove this, what I'll be looking at for is to see if this third wave is actually complete. So again, using the fib tool, and you can see that the 1.618 retracement level sits at 19.37 cents. And so it looks like this third wave is complete, and then we have this fourth wave followed by a final fifth wave move. And it's still possible that we are within a third wave, and we could see a deeper move to the downside, where this could potentially be the fourth wave, and we get that final push to the downside to complete the fifth wave. And if we do so, then again, that would then trigger a breaker structure on smart money concept, given the fact that we have a strong growth that's been signaled right now, and that would then further confirm that we are bearish. And if I undo and go back to the fib retracement level, ideally what we want is for Algorand to actually bottom out at 19.34 cents, and then we see that move to the upside. And should that be the case, then you can see that what would end up forming is a WXY structure as opposed to a 5-wave move, given the fact that we have retraced between that 1 to 1.226 retrace at level of the W wave. And so essentially what we'd have is this being a W wave, this being an X wave, and this being a Y wave. And what we can see is a bounce to the upside where we see a 50 to 88.2% retracement. And Algorand would then reach anywhere between 20.11 cents to 20.73 cents. And should that be the case, then we'd see a bigger WXY structure form also. Like so, where that X wave would reach the typical requirements between that 50 to 18.2% retracement level, and then we see a final push to the downside to complete the Y wave. And so, yeah, that's just my update on Algorand. Hopefully you found it useful, and if you did, then feel free to hit that like button, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people. Peace.